All right. All right. We're ready for the next one. This is number 2 for day 2. Again, as usual, I forgot what I was going to say, so let's just move on. All right, cool. I'm doing great. Let's see here. This is my V shape. Okay, this one right here, V shape. All right, this one's very distinctive. Sometimes it's confused for the quadratic function. I see it. It happens. It's all good. But this is like a V shape. It's not like a U shape like the quadratic function. This is a V shape. This one's called the absolute value. Absolute value function. Or, well, let's just call it absolute value. Keep it easy. Okay? This one's y equals, okay? It's the absolute value of x. Absolute value is like basically just like, hey, if something's negative inside the absolute value, just get rid of it. And if it's already not negative, meaning positive, then it stays the same. I don't know. Absolute value is kind of weird. But basically it just keeps things from being negative from coming out of here. It's like the positivity generator thing. I don't know. Whatever. It's got points 0, 0. That's a really common thing, is that these parent functions go through the origin. We get away from the origin. We get 1, 1. We keep going. We get 2, 2. Not very exciting. We go to the negatives, though. Negative 2. Again, the whole point of the absolute value function is if you put something negative in there, it gives you the positive out. So if I put a negative 2 into the absolute value, I get a positive 2 back. Okay. Why did I skip to negative 2? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out in my head right now. Let's just skip ahead to negative 3. You plug in a negative 3, you're going to get a positive 3 out. So for whatever reason, I didn't like negative 1. I don't know. It happens. But there's 1, 1. There's 2, 2. Negative 2, positive 2, and negative 3. Positive 3 would be those two right there. Okay. So the whole idea is that your outputs from this function should not be negative. Okay, your things, your y's should not be negative, at least from the parent function. We may shift it, we may turn it around and stuff, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. It makes a V shape. It's a very distinct shape. Okay, a lot like all these other guys. There's no restrictions on the domain. It's all real numbers or 0. Or negative infinity to infinity. Let's draw the right thing there, Podman. All right, there we go. Actually, you know what? There's gonna be one kid. There. Okay. Got it. Okay. Range, though. This one's a lot like the x squared, that quadratic function. Okay, remember quadratics? It like didn't go any lower than 0. We had this like restriction. It stopped. Okay, so our range, though, we have a lowest y. We don't have a lowest x, though. Or sorry, we don't have a highest x. We don't. Oh gosh. We have a lowest y. We don't have a highest y. Whew, there we go. Okay, so we do have a lowest y. Okay, that's 0. Okay, and it does get there. We're going to include it, so we'll put the line underneath. So 0 is less than y. Okay, so then our interval notation, this is going to be just like the quadratic. This one's going to be bracket 0, because we're going to include it, and then all the way up to infinity. That keeps going. Okay, x and y intercept, we go through that origin. Okay, we mentioned that. Anytime you go through the origin, you're going to have the same x and y intercepts. It's going to be 0, 0. Asymptote, there is none. Okay, no asymptote on this one, no invisible barrier. There is a minimum on this one. Okay, there's a minimum, and it is at 0, 0. Okay, there is a minimum on this one at 0, 0. That's our lowest point. That's as low as we go, right here. Okay, that's absolute value. Again, it's a V shape. Okay, very distinctive shape. And don't worry about typing this into the calculator. Just like with the last one here. Like typing in, there's special ways we can type these into the calculator, like when we're plugging in those things. Obviously, when we get to those types of problems and we're playing around with that stuff, I'll show you guys when we're in class. That way you don't have to kind of worry about it now. Okay, we're just getting these notes down. Okay, that's 2 out of 5 done. Almost there.